than 2 hours away from Thanksgiving. Welcome to my channel if you are new here. And I am just going to show you some of the sides that I am in charge of this year. Speaking of which, it has been 10 years, at least 10 years, Thanksgiving, any of my kids. So what am I grateful for? Lots of things. But the fact that I get to eat and get to spend Thanksgiving with my youngest son, Devin, and his beautiful wife, Sarah, and my sister-in-law, actually my ex-husband's sister, but let's just call it what it is. She's my sister. So her and her two beautiful boys, and her dude, Terrell, and of course Jay, we're going to drive down to Vegas tomorrow. I did a couple right that interested in my mashed potatoes, but I gotta tell you, they are amazing. I mix it up, but obviously with Thanksgiving, you try to go a little bit more simpler, at least I do. Sometimes I'll dress it up with bacon or cheese or both, but here it's just cream cheese, heavy whipping cream, little half and half, salt and pepper. Salt and pepper's here. Some chives, and they came out amazing. And thank you, YouTube and Food Network and various cooking channels. But I learned a few years back that I was making my mashed potatoes all wrong. So I have to use my recipe on this one because I'm actually measuring. And this is the showstopper green bean casserole. Does not matter if it is Christmas, if it is Easter, if it's Thanksgiving, if it's Tuesday on March 14th. I get requests for this all the time. All the time. It's probably both of my kids, 2 out of 3, ain't bad, as Meatloaf said. Probably their favorite Thanksgiving side that I made. And it's a little bit different. It's no, when I go hard, I go hard. What we're doing today. So I got the water boiling, of course. We are going to cook the string beans, but we'll go over the ingredients first. We got 1.5 pounds of these beautiful fresh string beans. And again, last night I told you I was up all night. I already trimmed off the edges. I washed them. I took out the uglies, and just cleaned them up, prepped. So, and again, speaking of prepping, so yeah, that's 1.5 pounds of green beans. We have 4 ounces of pancetta. Okay. I'm sure most of you know what pancetta is, but I went ahead and I fried that up. And after it was crisp to the texture I like, you could see, just try to show you the pieces. Don't mind my hands. Again, I've been cooking all day. I got to get a fill. I haven't had time. But 4 ounces, put that back up there, of pancetta. And then what you do is you're going to save the fat once it renders. That is liquid gold. And we'll get to that in a minute. But in case I didn't have enough of the fat in there, you can add more oil if you need it. I have some bacon grease also left over. And that is going well. Let's see, where was I? Pancetta. Okay. We also have, so that was 4 ounces of the pancetta. We also have 1.5 pounds of mushrooms. Can use any mushrooms you want. I have some shiitake in there, but most of them are just, the cremini, baby portobello. Like that one needs to be cut down. Look how thick that is. I thought I went in and got them all. As you can see, I was trying to thin them out, but these are some of the thicker mushrooms I've seen. I've washed them, I've cleaned them, put them, some of them in bits, but it looks like I'm going to have to go back in there off camera. That is, I want it to cook evenly, so I've got to trim that down. So yeah, typically the recipe will use half and half, a total of 1.5 pounds of mushrooms, and again, cremini, which is portobello, and shiitake are my go-tos. Now over here we have 4 large shallots. And I went and I thinly diced them. And what they're doing now is they are soaking in a combination of milk and half and half. This is going to be our topping. We are not doing the French's fried onions that come in those little containers and boxes. No, we are going to fry these ourselves like an onion ring. And that is going to be our topping on this beautiful casserole. So that is your 4 large shallots, again, thinly sliced, and then you're going to soak them in about a half a cup to a cup of milk. And then we have a 1/4 cup of dry white wine. You can go as fancy as you want. Look, see that? No shame in my game. I use that like a drinking fountain, okay? So yeah, I'm using the buttery Chardonnay. Why not? So that kind of steps it up a little level, right? So we got the dry white wine, and then we have 1.5 cups of half and half. There you go. Hi, Shannon. How you doing, Jerry? So 1.5 cups. Now I'm telling you what the main recipe calls for, 1.5 cups. But I actually am doubling the recipe because there's like 10 of us at Thanksgiving this year. So 1.5 cups, half and half. Then we have 6 cloves of garlic, finely minced, and half a teaspoon of fresh thyme. Thyme is on my side. I ain't got time for that. But then I also use a little bit of the dry because it's just a little more flavor, right? So I'm using a combination of both. I love cooking, Jerry. Thank you. It's been a busy, busy, busy day just prepping, but I don't mind it. Oh, then I have 2 tablespoons, equal parts, 2 tablespoons, equal parts of over here, sorry, butter and flour. Why? Because we're making a roux. We got this when we were in Italy. It's rock salt, but it's the porcini mushroom flavored rock salt. So you can see the little bits and pieces of porcini mushrooms in there. And I'm going to use that in place of regular salt. And where am I? I'm trying to read this out loud. Flour. Oh, yeah. Here we go. The semi-soft herb cheese. So this is like the secret ingredient. And you can use any brand you want, basically. It's like a spreadable, semi-soft spreadable cheese. You can see I already kind of had some crackers and cheese with it last night because I had the munchies. So there we go. I'm going to go ahead and put this up here. I really don't want to be on camera because I have no makeup on. I don't need to do my makeup when I'm cooking, but I do have to, thin some of those out a little bit more. But let me get that water back up to a boil. What are you doing for Thanksgiving, Jerry? I love to cook. Yeah, you know what? It's hard because Jay is such a picky eater. And I'll try to read your comments as I can, Jerry, but I got my, trying to set my phone up on this damn tripod. Jay is like very finicky. He doesn't like spicy. He is like a taco, burger, pizza kind of guy, right? So he doesn't like a lot of my cooking because I like a lot of seasoning. I like a lot of spices and whatnot. So it's hard to please him, just like any man, because they're all so damn insatiable. Nothing's ever good enough. But, yeah, I don't know, I really enjoy cooking and knowing that I'm going to be with the kids, and if they request that I make something, it's like an honor for me, It just makes me happy because it's different when you're in a relationship, or have kids at home, So I'm just going in and I'm slicing up some of the ones I missed. And I am just going to cook these green beans for about anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. My stove has been weird lately. It's old. Like me. I'm gonna fog up my glasses over here. Wish, I would have loved to host this year, but our place is small and the kids don't want to drive, and I gotta be back at work. I'm gonna add the green beans, they're fresh again, to my boiling water. And that is hot. Holy smokes. I might have to do this in batches, damn it. And you know what, Jerry? I did not get... Oh, actually, they're going to be shocked anyway, so I'll just keep them in the bigger bowl. It's going to overflow, I know it. Yeah, it's going to overflow. I got to take some of that water out. Ah, what a day. Get some on my cup. Drain it a little bit. Yeah. Hold on. So I might have to do 2 batches. I don't want them to go uneven. You know what? Hold on. I'm doing that this way. See if that'll work. I don't know if I took enough out. Screw it. We're doing it. There we go. Hold on. So yeah, with the green beans, I still want them crisp. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to add some ice. I'm going to shock them. I'm going to tell them my life story, and they're going to be shook. But no, I'll throw them in ice water to stop the cooking process. I know you know how to cook, and you know that, but hold on. And I don't even think I got my colander set up. I did not. So, let me get this ready. I'm sorry. I am overtired. Been cooking all day and prepping. It's a lot. So, anywho, let me get that out of here. I'm waiting for this to come back up to a boil. It really dropped the temperature. Oh, I look horrible. Thank you. I need to hit my vape. Thank you. Yeah, no makeup on. I'm so tired. So tired, my friend. All right, let me see where we're at. I don't know, my stove is acting so funny. Usually, with the string beans, especially, don't know if you knew this, because I recently found out about it, my friend, but when they turn, they start getting almost like a white film on them. That means they're almost there, but not quite. I just want them to keep that beautiful color, obviously. You don't like spice? Hold on, let me go back and read your comments. Hello, Za for me. Almost Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. Yeah, Jerry, I love cooking. I didn't really learn how to cook until I was in my late 20s, early 30s. My ex-husband's mother was from the Azores in Portugal, her and her husband. So my ex-husband was first generation Portuguese, and she was the best cook. The absolute best, hands down. And her daughter that is hosting tomorrow is following her mother's footsteps. So I'm really looking forward to some Portuguese stuffing. Do you guys call it dressing or do you call it stuffing? We call it stuffing. Oh, not bad, Cracker Barrel. If I was hosting, I'd give you an invite. Oh no, GERD sucks. Yeah, we're going to my ex-husband's sister's. So she is, she's family, even though since 2000. But it was a horrible, nasty divorce. But her and I were always really close, and unfortunately, both her mom and dad are no longer here. And I want to say I'm like 11 years older, maybe 12 years older than her. But after we divorced, the family thought it was, oh, Shannon's fault, Shannon's fault. But then some stuff happened after my ex-husband's mother died. He basically, I gotta be careful what I say, but let's say money and things were involved that he inherited, and his father came to realize this whole time it wasn't Shannon, it was him, and we blamed her, and she just kind of always stuck by me, and she knew how her brother was, but it's unfortunate they don't have a relationship anymore. I really wish they did. It breaks my heart because they're orphans, and all they have is each other. It's just the two of them. But yeah, they don't talk. So this is now coming up to a boil. I feel like I sound funny when I say boil. Almost dropped it. I need one more minute. I reached out like a month ago to the kids and I asked what they were doing for Thanksgiving. Well, Devon's only a 2-hour drive. Holiday trip, and there's no way nobody's getting anywhere. In fact, my flight home was oversold by 6, and they had to pay 6 passengers $1,200 each to give up their seats. And the only reason I got home is because I got the flight attendant jump seat, and I was lucky to get that. So yeah, it's hard to travel during the holidays with my oldest son and my grandkids being in Illinois. It's practically impossible. My mom's up there in age, she's 75, she doesn't want to cook and host. And me and my siblings were in New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, My older brother still has a kid in high school, so it's hard. It's hard for us to get together, but thankfully Devon I can drive to. And that's where I'm going. I am so tired. I'm gonna just kind of turn my shallots, get them coated in that milk in half and half, and then I am making a mess. I'm gonna go ahead and strain these string beans. They should be, let's see. Woo! I don't know what's going on. I'm still not there. I'm gonna come back to your comments. You taught yourself how to cook? I think that's amazing. Yeah, we call it stuffing too. I think it's an East Coast thing. No, so they wanted me to do the green bean casserole. So obviously that's what I'm doing now. And I'm doing the mashed potatoes. They wanted me to do that. And I am doing a corn pudding, like a corn casserole, I guess you could say. That's the only one I haven't finished yet. And I did my ginger pear cranberry sauce. And I did my honey brown sugar butter glazed roasted carrots. So I'm thinking I'm bringing a total of five different things. So yeah, we got the green bean casserole, the mashed potatoes, the cranberry pear sauce, the corn pudding, carrots. So yeah, I'm bringing 5 sides. And I definitely bit off more than I could chew. I'm not even gonna lie, I overdid it because I didn't go to bed till 6 o'clock this morning. I was prepping. And then I got up at like 2 and I've been cooking since 3 and it's now 10:30. So I'm about done, just like these green beans are. So I'm gonna go ahead and strain them. Obviously you can't follow me, I need 2 hands to do this. And then I'm gonna shock them in an ice bath to stop the cooking process so they keep their color. I'll be back. Alright. Get those strained. In the meantime, I'm going to move my other pot over. And let me grab you, take you along for a ride with me. Look at my mirrors all fogged up. Where'd I put the tongs? There we go.